Here we go. Set. 50 vices.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Again, it's Lewis. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You remember in season, we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Maurice Hurst. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
And when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Going up top. This is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He's going to look deep for more. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready up. There. Right there, hurt. Half the 60.
Here's Walker.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Again, Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, they had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's King.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Panthers will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw from his end zone, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Up the middle here, it's Lewis. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Lewis between the tackles. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
That caught by Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
Back to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Looking to throw. Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Gay's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Alert! Alert! 19 Tiger!
Sticking with Walker on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Top look! Ready!
And going right back to Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's King. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his kick here is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Jones now on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll try and throw for it here. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it'll be 1st down Panthers. A draw play here. Lewis. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A second down run with Lewis. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 42. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 24-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
They run with Lewis out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. That's the game play. It's 3rd and 7.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the... The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off play action. Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. This is Lewis on the handoff. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have recovered. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
59 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So on 4th down, a big-time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Panthers 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Defensively with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Jones, another shot here after the pick six. There's Tremble, the tight end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Williams, a man in motion right. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
So the victory here for Seattle.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got